Oh, I can't today, God, I get to work. There is nothing about that is a sacrifice. To give up going to a job, most of you don't like your jobs anyway. So let's be honest. If you didn't have to go to your job and you just got to go hang out with God and do what he wanted you to do every day, this is a privilege. If you're like me, you have a heart for missions and may have already done some missions work yourself. But you also see some huge issues in the way missions are being done. Like, why are we still sending out monthly newsletters in a digital age when technology allows for instant updates in the palm of your hand? Or why are we convinced that we need to raise 2 years' support before going when all 12 disciples dropped what they were doing and walked away? Or why are we allowing denominations to decide who can and cannot go do what God is calling them to do just because of things they've done in their past? And at what point did we brand following Christ to be a life of scarcity and sacrifice when it's truly a life of abundance and privilege? These are some of the glaring questions in the missions world today. And Watch Missions Live is here to reshape the way you see missions. It's time for missionaries to rise up, create a shift in perspective, a change, a revolution in the way things are done, and give you the real story, one of abundance, fulfillment, and privilege. My name is Aaron Jennings, and welcome to Watch Missions Live. Hey, this is Aaron with Watch Missions Live, and today I wanted to open up our company culture for you and actually show you and walk you through our mission statement and our premise of why we do what we do, the problems that we see, what we're trying to fix, what we think needs to happen, the way we think it ought to be, and the way that we will conduct ourselves as an organization to lead you in this journey, in this revolution of shifting perspective from scarcity to abundance. So I'm going to jump over, as you see right here, we've got my screen sharing so I can walk you right through it, but I'm not going to be looking at the camera, I'm actually going to be looking over here. So start right here at the top. Our mission statement, the basic premise, is we want to reshape the way missions are viewed. Everything, in my opinion, as the missionary and coming back and talking to people here in the States, just because that's where I'm from, they do not see it as the way we see it when we're there. Our basic premise is a perception shift. We want you to understand that this is not a life of scarcity. It's a life of abundance. God gives you everything when you're out there. You get to do amazing things. You're closer to God than you've ever been, and it's absolutely awesome. People think it's a sacrifice, and I want you to know and understand it's a privilege. We absolutely love being out there. You feel so fulfilled in everything that you are doing and everything that you continue to do every day. It doesn't really matter what you have at any point in the journey. You always feel privileged and extremely blessed to be there. Like, God used us. He chose us. And he's chosen every one of us to go do something. But most of us don't do what he says because we believe it's a scarcity thing. We believe it's a sacrifice to give up a bunch of stuff to go do it. And so we want you to understand that's not the way it is. The real truth, it's abundance. It's a privilege. It's freaking awesome to be able to go out there and to let God use you every single day with no reservations. Oh, I can't today, God, I get to work. There is nothing about that is a sacrifice. To give up going to a job, most of you don't like your jobs anyway. So let's be honest. If you didn't have to go to your job and you just got to go hang out with God and do what he wanted you to do every day, this is a privilege. So we want to shift your perception of what missions is, from scarcity to abundance and from sacrifice to privilege. Hey, thank you for your time. Please remember to rate and subscribe. After being a full-time missionary, I got tired of people looking at me like it must be really hard to do what you do. And they'd say things like, I'd love to be able to do something like that, but insert excuse. When the real reason was because they saw what we were doing as a sacrifice. That to do missions work, they would have to give up everything. That quite honestly was forcing them to do things they didn't like, for people they couldn't stand, so they could afford things that they didn't need. The truth is, as full-time missionaries, it was one of the few times in my life when I was truly fulfilled. It was the closest to God I'd ever been. Debt-free, not stressed, and living the life of an adventure I'd always wanted. If you too believe that it's time for a change, then head over to watchmissionslive.com and join the revolution.